Hey there, Eagles. You are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today we're talking about topic 13, lesson 6, and today's learning target is I can convert from one metric unit of mass into another. Go ahead and pause the video and write that down at the top of your page. Today's vocabulary, well, it's the same thing that we've had for quite a few days. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. If you can remember that, you don't need to write it down, but if you're still working on memorizing it, remember it always helps to write things down a couple of times. So go ahead and pause the video and write it down if you don't have it memorized already. Okay, Mr. Whalen's going to take it away.
This is lesson 13.6, converting metric units of mass. So as a reminder, the mass is how dense it is, how much stuff is inside of one space. For mass, we're looking at just three different units today. We're looking at kilograms, grams, and milligrams. We're still sticking with King Henry died base unit. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk, but we're working with grams, mass. So maybe I should put up here grams like that. Okay, still using the same ideas before. Larger to smaller multiply, smaller to larger unit you divide. When we use milligrams and grams, we actually use grams and milligrams and kilograms every day. We just don't talk about it very much. So a gram is about the size of a paperclip. The weight of a paperclip is a gram. Also, a dollar bill is a gram. As far as kilogram, that's right here. Gram is here. Milligram is kind of too hard to show you. Kilogram. 1 kilogram is about the weight of a dictionary. It's the mass of a dictionary, about like that size. So pick it up and you can feel that it has some pretty good weight to it. And it's actually 1,000 times heavier, has more mass than a paperclip or a dollar. 1,000 of these, then you get one of these. I'd rather have 1,000 of these. Anyway, so let's look at a couple examples. So if I have 438 kilograms, that's way over here. It's large. Larger unit, remember it's about the unit, not the number. Larger unit to a smaller unit, we're going to multiply. So right off the bat, I'm going to write down multiply. Well, what do I multiply by? Going from kilo to gram, that's 1, 2, 3. So that's also 1,000. So there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So then I multiply by 1,000. Remember, when you multiply by a power of 10, you include that many zeros. So in 438 kilograms, you have 438,000, include my comma, 438,000 grams, because you need a lot of these for a bigger unit of these. Let's look at milligrams to grams. So I'm going from here to here. I'm going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. Smaller unit to larger. That means I'm dividing. Divide. But what do I divide by? 1, 2, 3 places, so 3 zeros. 1 milligram equals 1 gram, so you divide by 1,000. And remember, when we divide by 1,000, it's all about moving the decimal place. Even up here, it's all about moving the decimal place to the right. Here, we make it smaller, so we move the decimal place 3 spots to the left, because we're dividing. 1, 2, 3. So you would get 972 tenths, hundreds, thousandths, 972 thousandths of a gram. So now let's look at a larger unit to smaller unit. One more. So if I have, actually we're going all the way from here to here. That's pretty far. You remember how far that is? It's actually 1,000,000. To go from here all the way down to here, it's 1,000,000. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places, 6 zeros. And you never count the one you start with. So I'm going to go from larger to smaller, I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply by 1 million, because I'm going from here all the way to here. Well, now it's easy. I just go write down 2, and then I move my decimal place over 6 places, or I can just include 6 zeros. Uh-oh. There. Okay, so let's look at comparing 1,000 milligrams to 13 grams. Hopefully I'm not too low here. When you have the comparison, you can switch either one, remember? So I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and convert the milligrams to grams. If I'm going from smaller unit to larger unit, I divide. So 10,000 divided by what? I'm going from milligrams to grams. So I divide by milligrams. There are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram, so I divide by 1,000. Remember, it's all about moving the decimal place to the left when you divide. 1, 2, 3. So now I'll change this to grams. So I'm comparing 10 grams to 13 grams. Which is larger? 13 grams is actually bigger than 10 grams.
Okay, now it's your turn to try. Here are tonight's practice problems. Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready for the answers. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer to number 1 is 17 kilograms. The answer to number 2 is 18,000 grams. The answer to number 3 is 438,000 grams. The answer to number 4 is 276,000 milligrams. And the answer to number 5 is 43 grams. Make sure you've checked your work and you wrote how many you got correct out of 5. Remember, this isn't for a grade. Also, be sure to write down your self-reflection at the bottom. Could you teach a friend, or do you still have no idea how to do this? Thanks so much for flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G, and our guest teacher, Mr. Whalen. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.